Manhattan, Kansas Bigfoot, do you think that he could actually walk down a sidewalk in Manhattan and not be noticed?
Manhattan, New York.
You're
No. That's the thing. He can walk in Manhattan, Kansas and not noticed, but he could not walk in Manhattan, New York and not be noticed.
Really?
Now, we had talked in the previous episode about these Peruvian skulls that were elongated, and people, just because they're elongated, their head looked like a Bigfoot head, because Bigfoot, people suppose, might have a sagittal crest on their head.
I thought they look more like aliens.
Or might have a tuft of hair. Well, that's, people just kind of relate things to Bigfoot, could it be type of reasoning.
But they debunked that, didn't they?
Well, I don't think they've given the
they
test
yet.
They
wouldn't even do the DNA testing.
But those skulls kind of like point towards the air, It goes higher above their head as opposed to just going straight back. Now, I did look up some tribes in Africa, because I had said I think there's some African tribes
that have deformed skulls?
That deform their skulls. It was the Mangbetu tribe. The spelling is Mangbetu. And they seem to deform their skulls going backward, towards the back of the head, not up in the air. And they said, I think there was something like they do it at birth because they think it expands the brain or something like that. That's the reason.
Really?
They wrap them in cloth in order to give them their heads a streamlined look, and
more aerodynamic.
They said the practice ended up dying out in the 50s with the more Europeans arriving and more westernization, but even the ancient Egyptians, which is northern Africa, did that. There's some evidence of that. They don't do that anymore, and they did it at a young age. But you can look at this online. It's Mangbetu, and I think it's primarily the women that do it. And there's some photographs, or color photographs. I'm not sure exactly when they're taken. And there's a man that does it. So there definitely is men that do it, and they seem to be very successful as far as getting that look. It's not like a big lump on the head; it's a graduated elongation. But check that out.
In Africa, don't they circumcise the women too?
They do that even in Egypt.
Do they?
I don't know what parts of Africa. I've seen something on TV where they do that in Egypt, and it's very. I don't think they should circumcise anybody. It's kind of a practice a lot of people are against. In fact, Dina Dell, the medical talk show host, and Howard Stern have come out vocal on it. I guess
against circumcision.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid to, because it's such an established tradition.
Yeah, it's just part of the culture, right?
But there's a lot of people are horrified by it.
This kind of relates to the deformity of the.
Well, people,
of the skull, just one of those things. It's in the culture.
Yeah, people accept weird things that happen in the United States.
They don't even question it. It's just something that goes on. It's a normal practice.
But if another country does something they consider weird, it's like, oh, that's horrible. Then the other people can say, well, what do you do?